Hello everybody, Ian Robson here for another episode of Missouri. Alright, we got a couple of things going on today. So we're continuing on with the rye harvest here, and we also have our Kenworth currently going back and forth selling some of our oats. We still have a crazy amount of oats. Let me just cycle through here to see how much we actually have. We have... is that 1 million? Looks like 1 million liters of oats. So, a lot. Let's just say that. We're getting about $40,000 per load, so it's probably around, like I said, $800, $900 per ton or per liter, whatever it is. So, something in that area. Oops. And we're going to continue on with this guy right here. Continuing with the harvest. What we'll do is we'll do a little bit of this, I think, this episode, and then we'll also take care of the animals, because I kind of neglected them to get to this point, just a little bit. So we'll do that, and then what I'll do is I'll just hire a worker probably, because I've already done a headland around this area, so it should make it easier, even though it doesn't really make a difference because everything is non-collidable, of course. Excellent. Oops. Totally missed a little bit there. I've been in a combine before, and it's pretty pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. You get to see some pretty cool stuff. A lot of beeping though, which is really annoying. So you get a beep for you're driving too fast, a beep for you're almost full, a beep for this and that, and it's just ridiculous. But all in all, it's still kind of cool to see how things work together. Well, this is the pinnacle of farming essentially. Because what happens, this is where all the money is. It's it can look like a really good crop up until this point, and then you don't know what you're going to get until you got it in the bin, so to speak. You can make predictions, like for example, for my in-laws, their soybeans look really good, but last time I talked to them, they still hadn't got their soybeans off, and that was in Thanksgiving in Canada here, which was second weekend of October, I guess. But that's okay because they've finished growing. They are just in the last stage. I think it's R8 for those people aware of the stages. And if you get frost at that stage, it doesn't really affect them at all. What really affects them is being able to get them out of the ground due to weather, really. Because it has been at least a pretty wet fall. I almost said spring. It was a wet spring too, but it was also a wet fall, which made it difficult to get the stuff in the ground and also stuff out of the ground. So it was an interesting season, that's for sure. But from what I've heard, actually, the harvest for what was it? Corn silage was actually really good in parts of Ontario, which is good to hear actually, because it's always unnerving when you hear about like what the harvest was, because based on the year, of course. It's like in this scenario, this year wasn't necessarily the best year, so because of that, I was curious as to what the yields were going to be, like whether it was going to be good or bad or what. But of course, it was a good year for that particular harvest, the corn silage harvest. Not necessarily for other harvests, of course. So. T800. Oh, let's take care of that guy here. And let me bring this up because I can't see anything without it. And it should still be on oats, but let's just make sure it is. I'm done with coffee for this morning. I moved on to hot lemonade. Well, that's what I've been calling it. It's not really hot lemonade, but there we go. He should continue on once he's done. It's hot lemonade. It's basically just, hot lemon water. Well, hot water with some concentrated lemon juice in it. And I just like drinking it. It's something alternative to coffee. Coffee, I find, when I record an episode and I drink coffee, while I love the taste of coffee and whatnot, I find that coffee kind of makes my throat a little, I don't know, hoarse maybe is the word I'm talking about, or thinking of at least. Kind of. Whereas this is just warm and it keeps it, I don't know. It just works better. Let's just say that. Anyhow, Alright, I don't know how much do we have here? Not even 50% yet. Yeah, maybe we won't get that much from this. It'll be interesting to see what we actually end up with. But it's just probably a more realistic amount we're getting than if it were fertilized. Like, you saw how much we got last time around. It was like you couldn't even make a full pass without without having to unload. So in this scenario, it makes a bit more sense. We're still getting a good chunk of, good amount of rye, but not nearly as much. So, and it's a cloudy day, so it doesn't look like it's going to rain, I don't think. Let's just check the weather here. I don't think I could even check the weather without popping out. Oh well. It's cloudy. There we go. It's not raining per se, but it's cloudy, so not necessarily a bad day to be out in the field, although you're always cautious about whether it's going to rain or not, especially when you're harvesting too. Because if it starts raining when you're harvesting, you just end up making some enormous ruts, which is unfortunate, but the truth. Awesome, nice. I have to pay attention. It's weird because I can only look at this side because I have to kind of like gauge where I'm going. So like if I go too far over here or too far the other way, so it's when you're in here, it's basically you're looking at this side right here. If I had cameras on the edges, I would just look at the cameras probably and could look straight, but in this scenario I kind of have to keep it over here. So what happens is I end up leaving it right here and continue to talk, but it's like this is all you see sort of thing. So I apologize for that, but if I'm going to do this myself, that's what it kind of have to do. It's funny. There's always, it's a great debate between, is that a blinker on there? No. Huh, it is. I never even noticed that. Oh, there you go. I never even noticed that. So if I put my, no. It's kind of cool actually. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I will turn this combine around and I will let the hard worker take over, and then I'll take care of our animals. There we go. And let's bring the information back up. Hop over to the Merlot. Yes, let's hop over to the Merlot. Bring up the animal HUD again. We should probably take some stuff down to our horses. We have 5 horses ready. That doesn't make a difference because I can't do anything with the horses actually. And the reason being, of course, is I don't have any trailers that can carry horses. I don't think actually. I may have one that I know can carry cows, but not horses. So that kind of makes it a bit difficult to do that. I wish the inside of this thing were a bit nicer. Grass. There we go. I wish it were a bit nicer, but actually I think that was full on grass still, wasn't it? Or no, it still has hay in it, so it needs silage again. Which means I need the puma and some hay bales. Maybe I should yeah, that's what happens when you log out sometimes and log back in. It works out for me because then I don't have to do anything with them. But I did have them nicely stacked on there initially. What we do have some hay bales still at field 50 down there that I just left in the field for the time being. And because they are round bales and they've been baled already, technically I should have made them into silage bales because they were baled wet essentially. But I didn't, of course. Mainly because I couldn't TED it, which was a bit annoying actually. You think that the really strange part about this is the fact that I've used that tedder before and I never had a problem with it, whereas when I used it in that scenario I did. So that made no sense at all. So what I did is I got one of the in-game tedders, and hopefully that will rectify the problem. Whether or not it will, I have no idea. But actually, what I should do, let's bring this guy out in the middle of the field here. So the grass is ready to be cut again. What I might need to do though is I might need to let's pick up a couple of these straw bales here. What I might need to do is I might need to take this guy down to the other grass field where the big X mower is. And then from there I can hopefully get that mower off the ground again. And then we can make some dry hay there too, actually. It's not a bad idea. Because right now we're not getting a crazy amount. We're getting enough. I think we can pick this up. Let's give it a go. Yes, perfect. It's so funny how that works out in this game. The fact that you can do stuff like that, which is not realistic at all, but whatever. Alright. Let's go grab some more. I love how maneuverable this thing is. Actually, TCGG Rob showcased, kind of. He was playing on Netherlands Special, I believe, and he was doing his, in one of his trucking episodes, or hauling, I think he called it. What he showcased was a New Holland telehandle, which was based on the Manitou. So it was a pretty cool little. The model looked really good. It's just a reskin of the Manitou, but it looked really slick. So I was fairly pleased about that. I like this Merlot just because the size of it. It's nice and it's really, you know, small. And when you have a small farmyard, it's really nice. Did it not lock? There we go. When you have a small farmyard, it's really nice because, well, even this little tiny, this is a big farm, and even though this little area where I have the bales at the moment, it's whoops, it's a little tight in that little area there. Well, to maneuver at least. All right, let's just see what the numbers are like now. Should have a good amount of straw in there. Yeah. All right, so let's leave the rest of the straw bales there for the time being. And let's go down over here to where we have the other bits and bobs. Excellent. Sweet. Alright. Let's go have a look at... Combine's doing alright. This guy's probably... Oh, look at that timing. So I thought that was the fuel. That's why he kind of goes slow across that little area. It's not the fuel, by the way. Yeah, it looks like a fuel tank. I think it was originally supposed to be, but I'm not 100% on that. And I'm still not sure why. Oh, this is what I did. So I brought it down here. This is like the most ridiculous pathing ever. But I brought it down around here, and I was like, oh, wait. So I realized the other one over there wasn't fuel, so I drove it back around here. So it would be able to get some fuel. But it probably just burns more fuel than it's actually worth, but whatever. It's fine, it works. Alright, so let's wait for this guy to do his thing. And then we'll load up with some more oats. And we're actually getting pretty close to another combine, which is going to be nice. Interesting. Alright, we were heading down here. Let's grab some more of these. So, what was up with that? I guess that was the starting of the silage bunker, I guess? I don't know. Still a little disappointed, I guess, that the multi-fruit mod doesn't recognize black-eyed peas there. They recognize quite a few things, like on this map, they will probably recognize oats for sure, soybeans for sure, sweet corn, not sure about, cotton, it might. Sorghum, I think it does. Sunflowers, yes. Peanuts, don't think so. Rice, don't think so. Alfalfa, I don't know actually. So there's a few different crop types in this particular map, or on this particular map, that I don't know if they are supported or not by the multi-fruit mod. Alright, let's grab this bale here. That's definitely not the way I wanted to pick that one up. Let's get that a bit better. There we go. That's better. Alright, let's put this one at the front of here. And it looks so... I can't believe how dark this is, or dark it appears to be, despite the fact that it is, you know, 9:30 in the morning. In the game, at least. Let's line that up a little bit. Whoops. This is like the hardest part. When you're inside, like if you do it outside, it's really easy. You just go, oh look, There you go. But alas, if you want to try and be as realistic as possible, you should always be in here, in this camera view, but I do it to a certain extent. And it looks like we have quite a few round bales over here. I think David Oldfield was asking what he was asking whether or not the Euro DZN autostacker would work on these bales. I think it actually does work on them. The only problem is when you go to stack them, or when you go to unload them, I guess, they just explode essentially because they're not the right size. Actually, you know what? Let's give that a go. Because these bales are, of course, 6-foot bales as opposed to 4-foot bales, which is what is originally intended for the Euro DZN autostacker. Nice, look at that. Perfect. There you go. 2 nicely stacked bales. What we can do is, that should be okay. Alright, that works, I guess. There you go. Let's go and just, I know the auto stacker isn't very expensive, so that's why I'm like, well, let's give it a go. It would be a little bit faster than what I'm doing at the moment. Should be in baling technology. What do we have here? Where is it? I could use this, I suppose. Not really worth it. It's a little finicky. That wouldn't work. Those would work, but not for what I'm looking for. Could use this, I suppose. I don't know how many bales I'd be able to get on there, though. Where is it? Nope, nope. Here we go. It's only 11,000. Let's just give it a go. It's only 11,000, and our truck is currently going for another, about to take another load, so I'm not that worried about it. I know this way works for sure, so if this auto stacker does work, great. If it doesn't, well, no skin off my back. I'm heading to the shop, aren't I? Yeah. I think it will work. The only thing it'll be is when you go to unload, because they're not the right stack, they kind of like, it kind of realizes, oh, wait a minute, that's not the stack size I thought it was, or the size of bale I thought it was going to be. And it's like, poof. Hey, look at that. A little bit of air there. Not intentional. It's only I don't know why those tractors do that. They have like a little weird type of got a speed wobble going on there apparently. I don't know why those tractors do that, but they have like a little they have a tendency, let's say, to kind of accelerate really quickly for whatever reason. I don't know why they do it. It happens specifically with courseplay. When it's not on courseplay, they're okay, but if you take it off courseplay and then you take control, they can be a little annoying. Or if you watch courseplay like we just did there, it can do what it just did, which is kind of strange as well. Alright. This stacker we're going to pick up holds 8 bales, and I think there might be, I don't know if I have it installed still. It might be in miscellaneous. Looks like I do not have it anymore. What's that from? Oh. That would probably work too. But it's, that would work, but it's really frustrating to use. Oh, maybe I don't have it anymore. It's the accursed bale stack I'm thinking of. That is what's going through my mind right now. Maybe it's in tippers. Sometimes they do strange things like put bale stuff in tippers. Really wish people would properly identify their mods, but oh well. Nope. Looks like I don't have it in there either. Whatever. Anyways, it's the accursed bale stack, or auto stacker. I think it holds like 8 bales as well. And it just does it vertically instead of this system right here. So I also changed out the tether for the in-game head tether, as I mentioned. I think it's the largest one. Like I said, hopefully it works. I don't know if it will or not though. Alright, let's give this a go. Should be fine. It'll be able to pick up the bales, at the very least. I can actually go straight. I do like how fast this tractor is. Outside is pretty slick. Inside, it's a little dark for my taste, but whatever. It's dark outside today in the game, so perhaps that's the reason why, right? I don't know these things. Oh, goodness. Alright, so, yeah, pretty pleased. Or pretty pleased by the fact that I was gifted titanium pack. It's pretty good. Thank you again, Jim. From Predatory Gaming. Alright, we want to go over there. I believe there's a pathway coming up. Yes, right up there. Perfect. And we'll be able to pick up... Well, we're going around. Not that big of a deal. Oh, there's our Kenworth. He's coming back. Nice. Apparently the car didn't want to stop there, or he hit something. Red cars. Stocko would be like, it's always the red cars. I haven't played Euro Truck, so I don't know about... I know about the red cars, but I don't know about the red cars, if that makes sense. Alright, so let's lower this down. Give this a go. Alright. I believe it will work, but it just won't look pretty. Alright. Moment of truth. Yep, that's what I thought. So see how it works, but the problem you run into is see how the bale's like outside of this thing. So it does work to pick them up, because it still recognizes them as a bale or as a round bale. The only problem is it's not necessarily sized, because this is meant for 4-foot bales, so see how there's that crossover in the middle? So it still functions properly, but it looks really silly. But I guess we can use this for the time being. It'll be a bit quicker. It'll be quicker than me stacking them manually, I guess. Despite the fact that it does look silly, but... Oops. Gotta back up here a little bit. It's funny how this thing works. Like, I'm happy they created it. I just wish there was for bigger bales, but... Can't win all the time. Yeah, so it holds 8 bales. So this is a lot faster than what I was doing, but it doesn't hold a crazy amount of bales either. On the trailer, we can get 4, 8, and 6. 14 bales, I guess it is. But you saw how quick that was in comparison to me manually doing it. So let me show you what this looks like when you unload these bales. So it does work, but they're obviously not meant for 6-foot bales. But it does give you a little bit of a funny show. And I'll show you what that's like in a sec. Time for some more lemonade. Alright, we're heading over there. Combine seems to be doing its job still, which is good. Alright, let's go over here. And the only thing I'm concerned about is how far the bales are going to go. I don't think it's too far. Or at least I don't remember it being too far. But only time will tell, right? So what I think I'll do is maybe I'll back it up against these bales right here. These are stationary bales, of course. And maybe that'll prevent some of them from going all over the place. I don't know. Let's find out. Alright, so one of the nice things about this particular mod is when you hit O, the bales will unload, and then your tractor automatically goes forward a little bit. Oh, that was the other problem. Ah, yes. So because they are stacked together, they kind of have a bit of a problem with collision, so they're all kind of stuck together. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's grab this guy here. What do we got? Just the one bale there. I'll just pick it up and bring this back then. We do need to get some straw bales too, which I did make over on field 47. I just haven't brought them over to the main part yet. But yeah, this is, as you can see, this is a slightly more realistic in this scenario. It just takes a long time. Which is, of course, good and bad sometimes. There we go. Perfect. And let's turn around and grab these. Bring these back as well. And there we go. Perfect. What we'll do is we'll just swing around the back of this area here just to make sure there's no bales left, because then we can cut this again soon. I have to be careful because this, of course, turns a lot sharper than tractors do. I don't know, you probably wouldn't do it like this. I don't know how you'd actually go about doing it, or going about carrying, whether you would use a telehandle to pull this. I guess it has enough horsepower and weight. I don't know for sure though. So for those people out there who actually do use telehandles in their job in real life, let me know. Do you normally pull trailers with them? I'm assuming you don't, but let me know if you do, I guess. Alright, so let's check on the rye harvest. Let's see how that's going. Should be going well. Let's check to see what we have in our... Got 47,000 liters of rye. This guy's probably just waiting here now, isn't he? Yes. Good thing I remembered. Excellent. So this seems like a good place to stop for now, folks. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 20... Almost at 15 again. How many times have I done that now? 2013. Coming at you from Missouri. Catch you guys later.